You're good? Okay. We're good.
Okay. Chris, the games here, you guys have already completed your season series against Milwaukee. I mean, playing against a team that you played for several years there, how has this series been for you?
It's been awkward. It's been weird. I got a lot of really close friends out there. I mean, I've hung out with them more in the last week. So we had some days off in Milwaukee, and they had a day off the other day here than I had with my own teammates. So there's a lot of close friends. I had a lot of good memories. Like I said, made some good friendships. Really close to the coaching staff too. So we grew as a group. But they're a resilient group, and I'd be hard pressed if we don't see them in the playoffs this year.
Obviously, they came back in the third period. They're a strong effort. It seems like that's in the DNA of that group.
Absolutely. I mean, that's how Nashville is. They never give up, and that's how Dean, their head coach, approaches it. They're a resilient group, and once you get a little momentum, we ran into some penalty trouble, and that's what happens in hockey. And especially in my years in Milwaukee, we always said, obviously you never give up, and they showed resilience every game we played them.
Two games in a row here, penalty trouble in the third period. What can you do? I mean, you can't practice not taking penalties, but what do you do to limit that?
You just got to know the situation. We are a younger team at some points, but their older guys are taking penalties too. I mean, the one was sticking up for a guy, and then you really don't see a penalty called on Cons there when he goes and fights. I mean, that's 50-50 all year, so maybe that one should have been called. But you just got to play hard, press on them, but you just got to be careful. And sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't. So I mean, they could have had a couple penalties on us late in the game too, but obviously it was 5-1 and it turned real quick to 5-4. So you were just got to be a little smarter and a little smarter with the stick.
How important was it in the second period when past couple games now you've been getting those goals, but about games before that you would have those stretches where you'd get all those shots and you get those flurries and you wouldn't get get those in there. How important is it now that in the second period, like for instance that second period where you guys are up 3-1 and you get 6-7 shots and Jamie puts that one home?
Yeah, well, I mean, on the road trip, it seemed like we go up 2-0 and then we blew 4 2-goal leads. It's almost like that third goal is a magic goal, and we just got to get that killer instinct. When we're getting shots like that, you just got to keep getting shots and find the back of the net. That's the killer instinct. If we get a couple power play goals and we get another power play, we got to know that we got to have it. We can't just be satisfied with 2 or 1. So those goals are huge. I mean, like we said before, Milwaukee's going to press. They're going to be resilient. When you got that extra cushion lead like we had here, it goes a long way.
The back-to-back nights, you guys short-handed. Has that been them being over-aggressive power play, you guys being aggressive on the penalty kill? What have you, from your perspective, how do you see that played out?
As far as PK goals?
On both the short-handed goals that you guys
it's bounces for one. I mean, we're being aggressive. We know what they like to do on the break-ins, and that's kind of how we got our goals, where we stepped up and made some plays on the blue line. So, and a great goal by Petey today to finish it, which obviously was huge. It was a game winner. So it's being patient and knowing when to pounce on loose pucks, and also getting some nice bounces where Petey was able to break in.
What happened on that last goal there? It looked like it was called off on the ice initially, but then the goal was called.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they might have called it right away. There was a scrum, so maybe they, think there was a little fight going on, but it's just a scrum. And Tony Potato, he's playing with a lot of confidence. I know him well. He was up and down last year, and he's got a ton of confidence. And he was around the net, and it was just a scramble, and he put it home. So good for him, but obviously better that we got the win and hung on.